Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. Well, this is it, our final Baldur's Gate draft of the format, getting ready for Dominaria United, full spoiler, to be released this Friday, set review content next week, and next Thursday, the first Dominaria United draft. However, we must finish Baldur's Gate out strong with this best of 3 draft, and as we look at Pack 1 Pick 1 here, we have a dud of a pack. Tiefling Outcast is not really that great at all. I think Ambergris is the best card here. I mean, Band Together is like fine, I guess. Prism in some decks, Captain, Paladin. I mean, but I think I have to take Ambergris. This pack is very underwhelming. Then we get past a Battlecry Goblin. I think we'll just land on that. Start with double red uncommon here in this draft. Not a bad place to start in the format. And then we see Pilgrim's Eye, Guildsworn Prowler, Soldiers of the Watch, and Gut Fanatical Priestess. I think that's what this is between here. I haven't really liked Gut necessarily. I mean, I think it's really only good in like red-green decks, pretty much. Because you have big enough creatures that want to fight, but like our creatures are not going to be big enough to want to fight, right? So does that mean we go with Guildsworn Prowler or Soldiers of the Watch? This is a very aggressive deck so far. I think we could probably take the Soldiers of the Watch. I mean, the Prowler is just a better card. But with this start, red-white is a very natural place to lean, so I think I'm going to take the Soldiers over the Prowler there and possibly regret my decision. But this is an easy rabble-rouser. There is an Owlbear and a Myconid, which is noticeable. That Sapperling looks a little bit like Groot. But we're going to take the rabble-rouser here to go with our 2 red cards and get deeper into red. And hopefully green doesn't end up being as wide open as it seems. Now there's lots of bad blue, bad cards, and a Valor Singer. Dreadlenorm is fine in green decks, but I think we're going to have to take the red card in Valor Singer here. And, well, now there's a Guildsworn Prowler and a Shambling Ghast. I guess I can take the Prowler here over Ranger Squadron and Pilgrim's Eye. Another Valor Singer over really not much else, to be honest. And not quite wheeling yet, but there's a Devoted Paladin and a Rally Maneuver. We are in best of 3, so Scouting Hawk could be decent. But I think I'm going to land on the Paladin in the event that we go red-white. It's a decent little curve topper. Paladin for another red-white 2-drop. Don't really care too much about any of those black cards. There was a good amount of black in that pack, but I don't really care much about them. I don't think I'm really going to play any of this. Maybe there's a matchup where we side in Ranger Squadron, but I doubt it. So we are right kind of where we want to be with feeling out the Mardu colors. Red, black, and white, to see which one is most open for our seat, and which version of these aggro decks are we going to be willing to play today. Going to hinge on kind of the first couple of picks in pack 2 to see what we can pair with likely red. But there could be a world where we could switch off of red. We'll have to see. See if anything wheels here. Just Barbarian, and that's not really a card I'm looking to play too much of. Cleric, Elemental, I mean maybe Cleric out of the sideboard, but... Alright, here is pack 2 for us, and we see Mirror of Life Trapping. It's basically a big nope for our deck. There's Guildsworn Prowler, there's Rabble Rouser, and Minimus Containment. Those are the 3 best cards in the Mardu colors, I think. And I think I'm going to land on another Rabble Rouser here. They get better in multiples, so I think I'm going to do that. Oh, man. I've wanted to do this all format, but we are too far away. This is a pack 1 type of build around. That's why it got passed to us here. I don't think we can take it as much as I really want to. I think we have to take Flaming Fist, Dusk Guard, or Armor of Shadows, but I think we're more likely to be red-white at this point. So I'm going to take that and sadly pass Miram Sentinel Worm. Now there's a Blessed Hippogriff, and I think that kind of solidifies us into red-white more than likely. Soldiers of the Watch is another good 2-drop I would not mind having, but I'll take as many of the Rabble Rousers as I can, even over the Soldiers of the Watch. But we'll take our first Hippogriff here. Mindara is a great card, but is it worth splashing? Probably not. We could just take Priest here. The curve of Dusk Guard into Priest is pretty good. I think I'll take that. Pegasus Guardian, a little expensive and slow for our deck. Rescuer Chwinga is decent, but I think I'm going to just land on another Soldiers of the Watch here. Patriarch's Humiliation, great pickup. You'd love to see our first copy of that. I think I might be the person in Baldur's Gate drafts. I think I've done maybe approaching 20 drafts at this point now that has seen the fewest Dragon's Fires out of any person at any draft table ever. I mean, I played a lot of red in this format. A lot. Probably well over half my decks have been red. That might not be true. Maybe about half my decks have been red. And I've combined for like 3 Dragon's Fires in all of them. I don't know what it is about that card that I can't get access to, but unfortunately I cannot. So we'll take, and here's something on watch. 13 creatures. I mean, this is probably good enough to run in the main. Another card I'd love access to is Steadfast Unicorn. Wow. Pick 8 Sea Tower Imprisonment. All right. Let's go. There is a Minimus Containment. I don't think it's going to be good enough for us. It's amazing how much worse this card got from original Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. I mean, if we really do lack like interaction and removal, we could play it. But I don't like giving your opponent a treasure and a ramp spell, almost a ramp card, is like a noticeable downside. If they're playing green, they're 1 turn closer to Hill Giant Herd Gorger, and that's like a stone wall for our deck. Soon's Intervention is expensive, but we are taking it here. White Sublime Epiphany. 6 mana. Create 2 2/2s. Seek a non-land permanent with mana value 3 or less. Destroy an artifact, destroy an enchantment, and gain 3 life, all at instant speed. It's expensive, but it's going to be our curve topper here. Pretty easy pick there. Ooh, what a whiff of a pack here. There's some good black, but I think we have to take a Steadfast Paladin. A very sad Steadfast Paladin. Here's a Unicorn. That's definitely something I wanted. Beetles would be fine. I'd probably play another Dusk Guard. Pilgrim's Eye, maybe. But Unicorn is a card in my aggro decks I have yet to really have too much of, and it's very, very good. So we are currently at 15 creatures out of 20 cards. Destroy up to 3 artifact. Okay, no. Devoted Paladin is another curve topper here. I don't really think I want to play any of these 3 cards, so I'll take this. And then maybe we can play 2 up there. The curve is not so bad at the top. I mean, we have a 4, a Sea Tower Imprisonment, 2 Paladins, and an Intervention. Did not see any Warriors of Tiamat yet, which is a good card to have. Probably just going to take Monk of Open Hand here. Again, I don't really want to play too many of these cards. We have 3 1-drops, a bunch of 2s here. There's the warriors that I wanted. I definitely want to take that warriors. Another humiliation is great. Gonna land on that one. And again, like I mentioned, 0 Dragonfires. So I don't know why. We didn't even see one the whole draft. We already have 2 of these, so I think I'm gonna take another one of these. Actually, we have 3 something on watch, right? No, we have 2. Guess I'll take another creature here. Provocation, again, could be good out of the sideboard. Containment, we've got 2 if we really, really need to remove something. We are at 19 creatures now. Don't have a ton of double team. Last pick, Devoted Paladin. Okay, we have some options here. See how we want to build this. So definitely going 16 lands here, which means with our current build, we need 1 cut. We have 20 creatures. I think all of our non-creatures are good. So if we look at our creatures here, I think the cut probably just comes down to a 3rd Valor Singer. And I think that's probably just how I'm going to run it. We have a lot of decent options here at the sideboard. We have a Provocation for bigger creatures. We have Life Gain if we go up against a super, super aggressive deck. Or something that can overpower us as far as getting out ahead. Maybe on the draw this is decent. You hear something on watch. We've got Double Containment if we really absolutely need to remove something that we can't beat. Couple more top-end cards if the game is going to go longer. So, yeah, I like it. And let's get right in and see if we can't find a trophy here in our last Baldur's Gate Best of 3 draft for our format. Right before Dominaria United, as I'm sure everyone is welcoming with open arms. But you know what? I think we all had very low expectations for this format. And I don't know about you, but I think it exceeded those expectations. It's not an outstanding format, but it was not bad. I was still excited to do today's draft, even though it's however many months in or weeks into this format. So we'll play first, and we will keep this here. Turn 1 Unicorn, turn 2 Paladin, hopefully find a land, and then we are off to the races. I guess we'll do this one then. That way if we miss a land, we can go Paladin. Even if we hit a land, we can go Paladin and Humiliation if it's a Plains. It is not a Plains. I am suspecting Dragon's Fire here. So I'd rather this get killed. Oh, okay. That's fine. Alright, they have a 4-drop. Kind of, not really. Alright, well, we can go Ambergris, Humiliation, and then they're at 6, 9, 10, they're at like 4. And then next turn we have Unicorn to basically just finish them off. Alright, well, that was quite the start. Alright, so another red-white deck here. We only saw Young Red Dragon and Priest, so I mean we're gonna be on the draw this time though, so something like you hear something on watch might not be as good. A Dawnbringer Cleric lined up well against the Priest. But I don't know, this is still a decent enough card, and if we need to, you can use it defensively to kill something. So, yeah, I mean, this seems fine. I'm not really sure we have to change this deck up too much. It seems just very good. Alright, so this time we're starting on the draw, so it's going to be a disadvantage, but good problems to have. Wow. We have a ton of 2-drops in this deck, but this hand has the ability to go wrong. Again, because we have a ton of 2-drops and this is kind of a removal spell in the meantime. Oh no, no unicorn. Well, these two games might just be exact mirrors of each other here. I think I'm gonna, you hear something on watch, their unicorn. Oh. Alright, well, they have the trump card in the matchup. Stupid thing has double team too. Well, that's going to be very, very difficult to beat, also considering that we don't have any Dragon's Fires or anything to stop this before it gets out of hand. Alright, that one can probably get a lifelink counter, I would think. It does. Alright, we're gonna have to go to 1 here. Yeah. Well, we both have very good streamlined decks here, and... Oh, come on. Alright, well, their deck is kind of insane. We did not really see it first game, but it's kind of insane. So let's see, now that we're on the play, if we can do anything about it. So because we saw Double Battle Angel, or we saw Champions, is a containment worth it? Potentially. Containment is potentially worth it here. The only card in our entire deck that works with Guiding Bolt is, oh, is it Power 4 or Toughness 4? Okay, Power 4. So a couple of these work here. And then the Valor Singer's Giving things that would work. But we'd have to have the containment exactly when we have it to get rid of one of those Battle Angels, but... like exactly when they play it is when we need to do it. So we just kept a kind of a bad hand there and got owned by a probably one of the best rares in the set on turn 4. So gotta hope we find a good opening hand. Man, don't like it at all. But here we are. They did mulligan, so at least there's that. They mulliganed twice. Good. Alright, we'd love to draw a 2-drop off the top here. There we go. Alright, so they have either Humiliation or Tyr's Blessing. Ambergris a pretty good draw for next turn. A very good draw now. So we can go Ambergris and Humiliation, attack with all. Decline to discard my hand. Put them to 10. We have Protection. We have Specialize next turn if we want it. And yeah, well, those were three very straightforward games in this matchup. Whoever went first just ran over the other person, and we got lucky we started first. Wait. Don't fast forward. We all know that the YouTube interface is too imprecise, and you're going to skip too far, and you're going to have to go back. Your thumbs are too big. It's all just not worth it. Great. Now that you're here and I've got your attention, why don't you go and hit that red subscribe button right there underneath this video. Yeah, it's right about right there or so. Yeah, if you've made it this far, clearly you're enjoying something, and a subscription to the channel is an absolutely free way to support the content I make and assist in the growth of the channel. Thanks so much for your consideration, and now, back to the draft. Alright, we won this die roll, and we're going to start on the play with Paladin, and hoping that's enough to kind of push enough damage in the meantime. No Shambling Ghast. Interesting. Don't know exactly what they have with one black that's still giving them priority here. Pit Trap. Okay. Blue-black. Okay. Going a little slow here, but that's fine. Would like to draw a plains, otherwise we're going to be color screwed here. Plains off the top would be very, very good here. They're going incredibly slow. All right, plains. No, not quite. There have been worse draws, though. We can now protect something or kill something, depending on what they do. Okay, they lose a couple of life, probably one life for doing that. Yeah, I don't care about any of this. This is all totally fine. So if we attack all, we deal 6. If we attack all and pump, we deal 7, 8, 9. And then we still have protection. Maybe 10 here? So attack all. Let's see. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you hear something I watch just does it then. All right. Pretty straightforward game number 1. Going to be on the draw this time, so going to have to hope we have as good of a draw. Again, I don't think there's much we want to be changing based on what we saw. That seems just very good. So we'll see if they want to sideboard into anything a little bit more proactive, take out those prisms and things like that. All right, back in we go against the deck that played a bunch of cards that didn't do anything. And let's see if they sided out of that into something that does do something. Yeah, obviously need to draw a 2-drop. Well, not obviously. We could deal without one, but, I mean, would very much like to have one. So that is a big top deck for us. So 1, 2, 3. They were blue-black last time. Maybe the white is a splash, or they just sideboarded into a white-black deck. Okay, that's fine. Pilgrim's Eye, that's also fine. For now. Okay, I think I'm just going to play Hippogriff here. I know we lose the protection aspect of it, but we have a turn 5 already planned out as far as Paladin, very likely. Well, there's Rasad, so that's a good one. Alright, here comes the chump. Another one. Jeez. Alright, alright. Well, let's go. So this one can't specialize. So if they were to block, I would have killed that one for that reason. They can't afford to specialize this, right? The black one, the blue one can give them 2 1/1 flyers. The black one can give them a 4/1, so I guess it can do something. That's a desperation move there. Alright, looks like that'll do it. We can just use the imprisonment and win. Awesome. 2-0. A couple of really, really quick matches already. Let's see if we can go 3. Alright, here's match 3 for all of the marbles, and a nice little hand, starting on the draw, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Have a bunch of 2-drops. Gonna start on this, because if they play a 2-drop, I do not want either of these to trigger. Alright, they get to see 5 cards in our hand here. Oh, nice. Nice pick. Nice pick, opponent. Just totally forgot that that was even an option. So we can go Battlecry Goblin, Humiliation. We could play Valor Singer. Let's lead on Valor Singer here. Really hope they don't have a way to give this Null Hunter a counter this turn. They do next turn. Plains. Alright, alright. What can we do here? We can play Goblin, Humiliation, and Hippogriff. We can play Duskguard, which blocks well, and then Humiliation their Null Hunter. That seems okay, I think. Could also just play Paladin, which also blocks well, because it gets the boon. Yeah, let's actually do that. It blocks very well. It has lifelink. It gains us some life. Can trade with the Null Hunter. The Duskguard can trade with the Shepherd, and then we still have more gas here. Okay. Really going for that there. I think now we can play soldiers and then hold up Hippogriff maybe. So let's do combat here. Get in for some lifelink. We have Blessed Hippogriff. Yep, now they just saw it in our hand again. Then I think we'll play... No, I think Goblin is better than Soldiers. Soldiers doesn't really have a good attack as long as this is on the battlefield. But, I mean, it does if we use Humiliation onto it. So, let's do this, and then we'll hold up Humiliation and Hippogriff here. Or we could just play Battlecry Goblin. That seems good too. Yeah, I mean this seems fine as well. Let's just do that. Alright, Tollkeeper. Oh, Paladin themselves. Okay. Okay, they have a 4/4. Hit the 1. I think this trade is probably fine to make. Or is it? Can we just take 10? We have a lot of stuff coming on the backswing here. I'm just going to take 10. If we hit a land, we could play Paladin too. And that just seems very good. So if we attack with everything, they're going to be able to eat one of our creatures, potentially. But they could eat Valor Singer and Soldiers. But if we attack like this, they could trade. They could trade. And then not have good attacks on the other, or blocks on the other one. I'm just going to get in with all of them here. I know they get to eat one, but we put a ton of pressure on them. They can make some trades, but again, we still have protection, another creature, and humiliation. Cleric and Tollkeeper. I'd like to go Paladin after we kind of have our board completed. So the thing that's really standing in our way right now is this Paladin here. So I'm going to play this one. I'm going to kill their X4. Then I'm going to go to combat. Attackers get in here. And here. I'll just get in here with the lifelink and holding up Blessed Hippogriff. Alright. Their board is looking a little emaciated. Now we have Paladin to kind of finish it up. Okay. Got the win there. Playing against kind of like a green-white, aggressively slanted deck here. Didn't see any enchantments we really need to blow up. They could have containments, but we didn't really see any. Just basically green-white creatures. And I think we're running like this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Have yet to see Soon's Intervention at all this draft, but I'm not sure we've ever had 6 mana on the battlefield. Yeah, I'll keep that, I guess. Can at least lead on soldiers. Let's see what their 2-drop is. Knoll Hunter, okay. Well, we need to stop drawing the lands, that's for sure. No X3? Okay, okay. See if they'll let us attack here. They do. Alright, now we can go monk and soldiers. Alright, that'll be an easy humiliation target here. Soon's Intervention, not a bad draw now that we have 7 lands. So what I can do is I can give this indestructible, then cast this. It would get the counter and be indestructible and have a good attack here. So I'm going to do this, and then this. Then the monk is indestructible 3/3. Has a good attack here. Gotta hope Blessed Hippogriff survives. They are at 5 mana now. I don't like that. Okay, it did not survive. Man, really not being helped here. We've got half our lands already. We've got 8 of them in our top 13 cards. Only 8 left in the deck. If we had drawn even just 2 creatures instead of 2 of these lands, I think this game would be effectively over. Yeah, that kind of puts up a wall. Okay. Get wrecked. Guess we can do this. Holy mackerel, man. We've got 10 lands in our top 15 cards. We're playing 16 lands. What do you want from me? That doesn't really do it. Come on. Oh, we had this game so easily, and then we just flooded hardcore. Holy crap. There are 5 lands left in our deck. Okay. That was frustrating. Okay, we're on the play now. Still haven't seen any Minimus containments from them. We already have 2 paladins. Yeah, I think it's fine. We just need to not draw 11 lands. Alright, we're on the play with a good hand. Oh, hello there. Maybe we'll get to the point where we can actually cast you this game, but we'll see. Gonna lead on soldiers here for the double team value. No X3. Okay. Just gonna start dumping out my hand here. And then this unicorn is gonna be able to go to work ideally. Yeah, you're probably on the back foot here. I don't think that's good for you. Okay. Yeah, why not? Let's get in. Well, they could have bounced the rabble rouser at the very minimum, I guess. Okay. So I can attack with both paladins, and if they choose to block, I can just pump, and that's fine. If they don't block, I'm going to drop these two. I guess I could also attack with this, because I could threaten to activate that. No, because they could potentially stalwart here. So let's do this and see if they want to trade. That was a pretty darn good block. Do I want to spend 4 mana just to, like, basically 2-for-1 myself here? Well, that was kind of an uncalculated assessment there on my part. So I guess I'm just going to have to let this die, as bad as that feels. Okay. So we'll do this. And we'll do this. If we draw a land, we can hold up Soon's Intervention. And then the next turn, Devoted Paladin, and kind of go crazy. Would very much like to draw a land here. Instead, we could activate Unicorn, hold up Humiliation. If they make like a weird double block. So this could trade with anything, this could trade with anything, this and this would have to like bounce these two. So we'd trade, bounce, bounce. If we activated Unicorn. Okay. That's fine. Now we can kill one of these and then it doesn't die. I think I'd rather kill the 3/3 because we have a ton of life here. So we can kill this one. And then they go to 6. We're down at 33. Bard gains some life. Come on, land. There we go. Yeah, this is an instant, right? Okay, so we're just going to pass this turn here. Do this on end step. Create 2, seek a non-land, we will gain 3 life. Then we can do this, followed by this. And that should do it. Finishing out the format with a trophy feels great. Red-white still really, really good in this format. And a nice little 3-0 here. So that will do it for Baldur's Gate as a format here on the channel. We will have our format follow-up video on Wednesday, followed by set review content for Dominaria United as soon as I can get that to you. So thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this one. We have all of our Baldur's Gate trophies and our last upload in case you missed it on the end screen. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time for Dominaria United set review content.